We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football. Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
Who'd like them pea nuggets?
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but how do you cook them?
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
Who'd like them pea nuggets?
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but
One. You're very welcome along here to Owenbeg for the Little Ladies National Football League Division 4 encounter between Derry and Limerick. Contrasting form for both sides coming into this one. Limerick know that if they avoid defeat here this afternoon, they are safely in to the semi-finals of Division 4. Well, for Derry, it's a matter of another game before the Junior Championship commences for them. Their hopes of any league progression, well and truly over at this stage, so they're looking for a performance this afternoon and to build on what was their first victory since 2019 in the National Football League when they defeated Kilkenny in their last game. So they'll be looking to build on that one, but the opposition is a step up from that one. Limerick really on a high at the moment, defeated Kilkenny in their first game, followed that up with a very good win against Wicklow, and then A wonderful comeback, and indeed in the end we're very unlucky not to come away with a full point against Leitrim, but they settled for that draw, and it puts them in a position knowing that they can book their spot in the last four this afternoon before Leitrim and Wicklow will play on later on. And if Limerick can get the result here, it will mean it'll be winner take all when Wicklow face Leitrim later on to see who joins them. I'm running through both sides first. Joining me on commentary will be Martina McCafferty. In a moment we'll get the words of Martina on this one, but firstly looking at the Derry side that make two changes from the side that was named on Friday afternoon. Aaron Doherty and Eve Diamond will not start for Derry, and they have been replaced by Aoife Burman and Niamh Hannon coming into the starting side. So Thomasina Cassidy will line out between the posts for Derry. Hannah Mullen, Blahin Donnelly and Joanne Corr make up the full back line. Dervla Steenston, Orla McCluskey and Nuala Brown the half back line. The midfield pairing is Leah Casey and Aoife McGlone. And the half forward line of Anna Martin, and then coming in is Aoife Burman and Annie Nealochlan. The full forward line of Annie Crozier, Niamh Hannon and Anna Young. So that is the side that James McGurk has sent out to face Limerick, who will line out with Sophie Hennessy between the posts, Sarah Dillon, Yvonne Lee and Maeve McNamara making up the full back line. Deborah Murphy, Leah Coughlin and Grace Lee, the half back line. In the midfield pairing is Roisin Ambrose and Claire O'Mara. Half forward line of Lauren Ryan, Cassie Mee and Katie Heelan. And the full forward line, the hero of the last day, which was Irish Kennelly, who celebrated her 21st birthday coming off the bench in the last 10 minutes to hit 2-2 in that draw against Leitrim. Leisha Brown on the square, and then Karen O'Leary making up the starting 15 that Graham Shine and his management team will send out this afternoon. Our referee, match official from Armagh, is Philip Conway. And Martina, it's all about a performance, I suppose, for Derry. Numbers very much limited. I think they've got 19 players available this afternoon for one reason or another. So it's about a performance for them, and I suppose to try and build on what they did away to Kilkenny the last day.
Absolutely, Alan. I think it's a great opportunity for Derry to show how good they are in terms of playing against an opposition that is going to be running at them at pace with lots of strength and depth. But I think, if Derry come out with the right attitude, Alan, I think they can hold them for quite a bit of this game. So it depends on the game plan, and I would imagine James and his team have done their homework in relation to trying to manage that. But look, it's 15 against 15. You just have to go for it.
You do indeed. Well, Limerick, on the other hand, know a result here, and they're safely into the semi-finals of Division 4. Beaten in the final last year, missed out on promotion. Beaten in the semi-final of the Junior Championship. So it was the first year for Graham Shine to come in as manager last year. So he'll be looking this year to build on what was last year, and probably looking at performances so far. You're looking at Wicklow, you're looking at Leitrim. They're intermediate sides, and they match those. So not only will Leitrim be looking to get out of Division 4, but they're probably thinking for their head that they're in a chance of winning an All-Ireland Junior Championship.
Absolutely, and games like this will be good preparation for Limerick. They are building and getting better with each game, and they will go out today and I think express themselves very freely against an understrength Derry side. So it should be a great game.
So we're going to pause for our national anthem. Both these counties met in the men's opening Division 2 National Football League encounter back at the end of January. Derry won that one pretty comfortably, and indeed Limerick ladies have taken the footsteps of where their men were, because they stayed in the same hotel in Bort in County Donegal. They got high recommendations from the men's county board and from the men's team that it was a good spot to stay in. So the ladies came there last night and stayed over there. So they're trying to follow in the footsteps, but not result-wise. And Limerick come here as hot favourites, not like their men did, Martina.
That's true, that's true.
So
They're not as good as our men, Alan.
No, not. Derry men leading the way in Division 2, and their ladies hoping that they can make it a good weekend all round for the Oakleaf County and this wonderful setting here in Owenbeg. And it really is, Martina. You talked about the view when you look across.
This view is just breathtaking. It makes you very proud to be a Derry woman.
So the scene is set here in Owenbeg for this final round of fixtures in the Division 4 before they go into the knockout stages. Derry's last game before their championship campaign will begin. Of course, the Ulster Championship consisting of Derry, Fermanagh and Down this year. And then it'll be into the All-Ireland Series. And the Junior Championship, looking at it, it'll be pretty tough with a lot of good sides in there.
Yeah, conditions are perfect here today, Alan, as well. It's going to be mixed for a great game of football. The pitch looks fantastic and the conditions are great. So, yeah, looking forward to this one now.
So, as we look out, Limerick will be playing from left to right. So they'll be defending the roadside goals here of Owenbeg, while Derry will be defending the scoreboard end. As we look out, Thomasina Cassidy, the net minder, making her way down there. And as I said, Philip Conway, our match official. You're welcome wherever you are. If you haven't made the way up from Limerick, you're very welcome here to the live stream from Owenbeg Centre of Excellence here just outside Dungiven. For any of you that don't know where Owenbeg is, that's exactly where we are situated to see if Limerick can book their spot in the last four, or can Derry cause an upset here. And Philip Conway just waiting to get us underway as two players make their way behind the 45 before he throws this one up. And he's just making sure all the formalities and everything is in place before he gets this one underway. And he does exactly that. And it's Leah Casey who knocks the ball down and is first to respond to that ball and gathers possession, plays it to Annie Neil-Loughlin, who give possession away very cheaply in the opening seconds here. And here come Limerick, who Martina talked about, a good running side, and that's a super ball inside. And a chance here already for Limerick, and Karen O'Leary making her way through, and she might be thinking of a goal here. She's still going. She fists it over the bar.
Very smart.
And we're seeing more of that, Martina, not just in the ladies' game, but in the men's game. When the angle is tight, why not fist it over the bar?
Yeah, absolutely. A score's a score, and at the end of the game, these matter. So you'd rather have a score than recycling the ball. So yeah, no, that's good. Very sensible,
So
and especially first score of the game.
Yeah, Joanne Corr picks up that loose ball. And here comes Nuala Brown up along the wing. Good ball up as well, and picked up there by Anna Martin. Anna Martin for the run up, and the wing half back Dervla Steinston in possession, but the solo almost let her down, but she might react to the loose ball. She does exactly that, and the referee watches. He's letting play continue as Derry hold possession. Back to Steinston again. Little flick over to Annie Neil-Loughlin. Derry have scored 2 goals in the league campaign to date, and it's Annie Neil-Loughlin,
well done,
the Glen girl, that has got both of those goals, and she is fouled there just inside the 45-metre line. And Annie looks to get support. There's nobody inside, Martina. I'm looking in around the square. There's not a player in there.
Yeah, too many green shirts on there. So
Derry very much defensively organised, and the ball is back now to Annie again. Annie Neil-Loughlin close to the sideline, plays it into the corner, and they try to work their way in here. Derry, this is a ball across, but it's really outnumbered, and the Derry girl would be doing very well to win that one. And Limerick coming out in the green. And the speed of Limerick already when they're moving that ball, and it's into the corner again, and it's a good ball in there as well. Well gathered in there by the full forward, which is Leisha Brown. Leisha Brown touch her out close to the corner, but jinks her way in past the challenge. Leisha inside, and Limerick looking very sharp indeed.
Derry's doing well to keep them out here though, Alan. That's good defence.
That's a good one in, but it mightn't have the legs.
Well played.
Thomasina, safe hands from Thomasina, but put her defence under pressure already, and Derry did very well.
Hannah, yeah,
did very well indeed. It was Hannah Mullen that was back there.
But look at the many green jerseys around each player as they come out. I mean, they're hunting in packs.
They are indeed, but Derry have found a little bit of space now to break their way out. But it's now where Derry will be in trouble, is getting the numbers forward, because Limerick are very quick to get it back. And now it's with Orla McCluskey. McCluskey out to the wing. picked up there by Anna Martin, the Ballymcguigan girl. Martin flicks it out the back door to the midfielder, which is Aoife McClone. McClone's poor pass though, and Derry giving possession
This is
away
where they're
again.
exposed now, Alan.
They are. Limerick can move the ball so quickly. Katie Heelan in possession, but they've just slowed it down here. Lauren Ryan flicks the ball away over to the far side.
That's good use of the space.
It is, and Deborah Murphy goes after this one. Gathers it just inside the 65-metre line, plays it into the corner, but she's leaving a lot of work for her player to win that one, but she does exactly that. I think it's Karen O'Leary, the point scorer, and a nudge on the back of Karen, so that's going to be a free in to Limerick, who take it quickly.
Look at the space here. They just need to be careful. Derry need to be careful there.
Yeah, there's a space right in front of the goals, but Limerick, they don't have anybody in there at the moment.
Limerick seem to be playing the same style of football as Meath would play, coming out quickly out of the back, packing the defence, and then running at them, which is really difficult to mark. I think,
running at them, Cathy Mee running here at the Derry defence, and she's still going, and she might go for the point here, and she does exactly that. The centre half forward
score,
from Ballylanders, Cathy Mee with the point, and it extends the Limerick lead out to 2 points to no score, coming up on 4 minutes gone. But you can see the speed and pace of this Limerick team and how quick they move the ball, Martina.
Yeah, absolutely. And we knew that this was going to happen. They do. I mean, I've seen them in warm-up there, and they're like gazelles running up and down the pitch. So, yeah, very well-drilled team, very fit. And you can see that in action here. But Derry might just settle.
The midfielder coming here, and it's a dangerous one dropping in, but Thomasina, I was going to say took it well, but
keeping her eyes on it.
Yeah. It was the effort come in there from Roisin Ambrose. But Derry will struggle to get the ball out of the fence. You can see Limerick.
Yeah, there's two on each player every single time they're on possession of the ball.
But Orla McCluskey has found a little bit of space here. Toe to hand coming out of the fence, plays it to the player coming up alongside her. There's an unmarked player over here. She spots her, and she does, and Anna Martin. But Anna Martin has to work herself backwards to gather possession here, but she's got help if she needs it, but she's played a good ball up along the wing, and a chance here now to come forward with Steenson. But
it's a great tackle.
Blocked down.
Yeah, great tackle.
There's a battle for possession. The referee might throw this one up. No, he says that it's going to be a free.
I
thought both girls had their hands on the ball.
Absolutely. Limerick, you'd be hard done by.
The referee stopping play here. He's just telling Limerick to, I think, move players off the line, is he? There should be only 2 along the line, but I'm looking at Derry. They've nearly 3 or 4 on the line as well, so he may well.
Yeah, I think the instruction is 2 plus the physio, so everybody else is behind the fence.
So that's the lines person down below us is removing them.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. You're
it's
right.
It's an interesting rule, though, Alan, isn't it? I mean, if you have a management team of more than 2 people, how do you call it? We have this difficulty with ourselves as well in the underage setup.
I suppose the last thing you want is too many along the line.
Well, that's true. Too many voices.
Yeah, and the lines person has a job to do, and the last thing she wants to do is to be avoiding 4 or 5 people standing along the line.
That's it.
So here come Limerick, who have dispossessed, and she could have been over carrying there, and the referee says yes, she was. Claire O'Mara.
I remember Claire from last year's game. She did a lot of damage against Derry last year, and I remember it being a very, very bad day, but she was just on fire that day. So they really need to keep an eye on her, Alan. Well, that's a lovely drop in the shoulder.
It was indeed, and it came from Niamh Hannon, who put it in here, and Steenson trying to get forward again. And
look at the zonal defence, Alan.
Anna Young back out here to Nuala Brown. Nuala Brown, little flick back to Martin again. Anna Martin jinked inside the challenge there, but another challenge come in, dispossessed her very well indeed. Limerick have it back yet again, and Limerick trying to move it fast here now with Cathy Mee. Cathy Mee looks ahead of herself, little dinky pass. It's a wonderful pass in, the ideal pass, but that's good defending there from Joanne Corr. Superb defending from the corner back, gives it to Orla McCluskey, crowded out as McCluskey, and there's 3 Limerick players around her, gather possession. Limerick moving it quickly now with Claire O'Mara. Mara over the top looking for the run there of Iris Kennelly. Kennelly though is beaten to it and picked up by Hannah Martin, but Kennelly wins it back yet again. Back out here as Limerick, the referee playing the advantage. Limerick have the free in. He's going back because no advantage occurred, although Limerick might disagree with that because they had possession just on the D. And the referee going back for the foul on Claire O'Mara, and it's an opportunity here for the centre half forward who pointed already, which was Cathy Mee. So the Ballylanders girl with this free. She doesn't look like she fancies her chances. She's going to take it short, and she spotted a wonderful run there by Leisha Brown. But that's good defending again.
Great defending.
And in fairness, in every game, Derry have been very solid in defence. Derry's problem is getting scores at the other end.
Yeah, absolutely, Alan. And I think they have settled and are, even though Limerick's running at them very, very fast and pacey, Derry's not afraid of them, so and that's showing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They're totally exposed in the forward line because they're
got the
focusing
bodies
so much. Yeah. They just need to be patient going forward.
Because I did the game against
but Limerick
Wicklow
are
here.
defending
yeah, they are
in packs.
And straight away, once
very hard
a
to get
Derry
through.
defender gets the ball, Limerick are putting pressure on them straight away. But there's a bit of space here now for Leah Casey. Leah Casey, a good fist across over the top, but it wasn't taken in there. But it is at the second attempt. The angle is tight, but it's an effort got away, and it has gone over the bar.
That's
it's
a
a fine
beautiful score. Absolutely beautiful score.
So Derry are off the mark here, and I think it could well be the midfielder there, Aoife McGlone.
Is that who it was? Thought it was Annie Crozier.
Is it Annie?
No, I was going to. Yeah, I think it was.
It was Annie, yeah. You're right.
Annie's got a beautiful, beautiful score.
So Derry are off the mark on 9 points. Annie Crozier with the point, so it reduces the deficit to 2 points to 1 in favour of Limerick as the sun
There's
shines
the sun
down
out
here.
now, yeah.
On a beautiful day here. It might be nip in the air, but at least it's dry, and we haven't had rain now in a little while. So the ground, but as always, it didn't matter if it did rain because Owen Begg is always immaculate, and Leah Casey surely is fouled in there. She tries to break away, but I have to disagree with the referee there. She couldn't go anywhere. She tried to get away and she couldn't.
Absolutely. Two-man tackle.
And both of them had
She was
the arms
sandwiched.
around her. Yeah.
She's like a custard cream.
Because it wasn't as if she didn't try to get away, but that's wonderful defending
Beautiful
again
defending.
from Joanne Court.
Yeah, they're not afraid of them, Alan.
No. Defensively, Derry have always been strong, but it's just that scoring power. And when they do get bodies back, it's about moving defence to attack quickly. Leah Casey now in possession. As Derry try to settle it in, it's not the best of balls, but it's well won over on the far side. And Derry holding possession with Hannon, Niamh Hannon, one of the two late changes on the Derry side, and she just put Aoife McGlone under pressure there, and McGlone has given it away. It's picked up now by Cathy Mee, and now there's danger.
Need to get
Limerick
back.
But Derry have bodies back. In fairness, there's only one Limerick girl in the forward line, so Limerick have had to slow it up here. But they've waited for the bodies to come forward, and Lauren Ryan is one of those, and she spotted the run across, but it was half blocked down.
Yeah, well cut out there by Derry back.
And it's cleared up, and under it is Annie Neil-Loughlin, but she's beaten to it there by Roisin Ambrose. Ambrose coming forward for Limerick yet again, who lead by 2 points to 1, flicks it out to the side, picked up by Lauren Ryan. Ryan further on in, and a chance maybe for Limerick to get there from a well blocked down.
Great block.
The Derry defence comes back to Ryan though, and Limerick still hold possession here, and they've still got the chance, but this might not have the legs, and it doesn't.
Well watched.
Because Thomasina is pretty secure under the high ball, in fairness to her.
She's very secure under the high ball, yeah. She's got great vision.
But again, Derry put under pressure by the Limerick as they put that high press on. Nuala Brown with the outside of the boot into the centre of the field. Picked up there by the full-back, which is Blahin Donnelly. Donnelly waits for support, gets it from McGlone. And it's a long ball up from McGlone, looking there for Anna Young, but Young is beaten to it, and Limerick have possession back yet again. And it's that driving player from the half-back line again who has pulled back.
That's a
Deborah
foul in
Murphy.
the right area. Definitely a foul in the right area. That'll just settle them down a bit now.
And Murphy
slows the game down. The game's been played here in the middle part of the pitch, Alan.
So Katie Heelan in possession. She mightn't have thanked her player for the ball over because she had to go way back, and Derry have turned that one over, and they've won themselves a free on their own 65-metre line, and it's taken quickly, and it's
Lovely
a good
ball.
run here from Annie Crozier, and Crozier's got a little bit of space here. It's hit a point already. Crozier coming forward, looks to get support, and it's a poor pass from Annie Crozier in a wonderful position, and she just gives it away so cheaply, Martina.
I think I would have just taken the player on, draw the foul maybe, because they're defending very aggressively, so she could have got an opportunity for a free there, Alan.
Give it away.
This is a dangerous player.
It is. Cathy Mee seems to be involved a lot.
Need to keep an eye on her.
Lays it off here now to Karen O'Leary. O'Leary, though, is under pressure, and here might be a goal chance here for Derry, or for Limerick. It comes back off the crossbar. The effort come in from Kennelly.
Was a nice move, though, wasn't it?
Kennelly with a chance, rattles the crossbar, and that will go down as a wide for Limerick. Kennelly, as I said,
I think it's still rattling.
Came off the bench in the last 10 minutes to hit 2-2 against Leitrim in that exciting draw. Limerick were 9 points down at half time, came back and were leading right up in the end until Leitrim came back to snatch the draw.
So she obviously played herself onto the team then today after that effort
after that
last year.
performance last week. As Limerick win that kick out again, but that's a dangerous one across, and Nuala Brown almost cut it out, but it comes as far as Claire O'Mara. O'Mara further in, and here's
beautiful
good play
pass
here from Limerick. Can it finish with a score from Ambrose?
That's a wide.
But no, it's gone.
That was a lovely move.
A second wide for
Derry got away with that one, Al.
for Limerick. So 13 minutes gone in the opening half. 2 points to 1 to Limerick. Limerick coming here as hot favourites to book that spot in the last 4. And they lead by 2 points to 1. And the just telling, I think it's a Derry player to move, or obviously an official to move away from behind the goals. And the referee telling Thomasina to hold up until he does move away.
I think if you were Derry, you'd be happy enough at this stage with the scoreline. Alan, now it doesn't really reflect the possession in the game, but I think, you know, if I was James and his team, I'd be content if they can hold them for the scoreline for a while. They'd be doing great.
Yes,
but just need more opportunities in the forward line. But Limerick are defensively, they're just so solid and so aggressive.
Thomasina's kick out straight to the Limerick girl, and here come Limerick, and here's now another chance, and this is a wonderful move. Goal chance here, but it's a wonderful save from Thomasina, and the ball is in the back of the net. Not sure how it got there, but it's in the back of the net, and the referee going in to talk to
I don't know
the umpire.
I don't know if there was a foul on her there. There might have been. I think that's probably what they're checking.
Go and see here as Thomasina made the wonderful save to deny Kennelly, who had just rattled the crossbar moments ago.
Very brave. She threw her body at it.
But the ball has ended up in the net, but I'm not sure who had the final touch of that one. There was a scramble of bodies in there, but the ball ended up in the net, but the referee going to talk to the umpires.
A beautiful move by Limerick, though. 4 and 5 passes.
It was a superb move.
Absolutely.
But was the goal legit? And the referee, I think, is given a free out. Yes, he's given a free out.
I reckon that was a foul on Thomasina, so
and the hands
got away with that one.
The referee saying what it was for. Derry hands were down as the kick out. The kick came in from the Limerick gear, so it was a free to Derry, but Derry have given possession away again, and they've given it straight here to Claire O'Mara. O'Mara jinking away through. The solo didn't go as well, but here comes Claire Mee with the chance, and Mee with
a gorgeous
her
score.
Second point of the day.
Yeah, she is a super player, Alan. Very strong, very powerful, and I think she can kick it from anywhere.
15 minutes gone, midway through the opening half. 3 points to 1 in favour of Limerick here in Owenbeg. Comedy alive.
Derry need to get their hands on the ball here, Alan, and settle it.
Thomasina's kick-outs at the moment under pressure. She goes long with this one, looking for Orla McCluskey, who rises high, gets a hand to her, breaks it down, and Derry win that loose ball, playing the 1-2 here along the wing. Steenson running out of space though, has to give it back, does so to Anna Martin. Anna Martin now under pressure. Good pass from Martin.
Lovely pass.
To Steenson. Dervla Steenson. Little toe poke out to Annie Neilaughlan. Neilaughlan back again to Anna Martin. Anna Martin has got support. Plays the 1-2 there with Niamh Hannon. Passing the ball through the hands. McGlone. But you can see Limerick putting the pressure. But this is a good run here from Aoife McGlone. Going outside her now is Annie Crozier. Crozier's angle is getting tight. Gets the effort away. But this one goes out on the wrong side and wide of the target. But a good move from Derry.
Good move from Derry, yeah. But Limerick did their job in terms of pushing them wide. And if you were defensive coach in the Limerick side, you'd be saying all day, every day, yeah, job done. But no, that definitely better confidence from Derry coming forward and looking a bit more aggressive. So that's what you want. And we're still 3-1. It's anybody's game, Alan.
So Sophie Hennessy with the kick out, but again the referee telling to hold up play again. That official behind the goals.
Bit of a scuffle here in the Limerick line.
Yeah, the official is behind the goals again, was told already to go and made his way back again. The goals away to the other side of the field from where we're looking at the moment. So now play will resume with Sophie Hennessy with this kick out for Limerick. Goes to the far wing, looking for the run there of Karen O'Leary, and it's a superb pass over. Picked up by O'Leary over on the far side. O'Leary under pressure from Annie Neilaughlan, but O'Leary gets the ball up along the wing. Limerick hold possession. Just inside the Derry 65, back to Ambrose, Roisin Ambrose it was, now into the centre, picked up by Leah Coughlin. Leah flicks it forward as Limerick come driving at the Derry rear guard again, but Derry with all but 2 players back inside the half as Leah Casey tries to put pressure on Karen O'Leary here, but Limerick holding possession, and it's that driving run from the wing half back again, which was Deborah Murphy. Plays it inside, picked up by Lauren Ryan. Lays it off, and the effort coming in here, and there's a dangerous one in the goalkeeper. Just manages
What a save!
I don't know if it was the crossbar or was it Thomasina,
a bit of both.
a combination of both.
Yeah, wow, that was some score.
But Leisha Brown was almost
She's
in for the
back on it,
opening
yeah.
goal. But here they come again. Back out to Leisha again. Leisha Brown looks for support. Waits for the support to come here from Grace Lee. Grace Lee gathers possession. Skips away from the challenge. Plays the ball into the corner. But it's going to leave a lot of work there for the corner forward, who can't keep it in play.
That's well done, Derry.
Thomasina under pressure in the Derry goal. But
She's
has
working
dealt
hard
well.
today. She's working hard. She's probably the hardest working player on the pitch. But no, she's doing under the high ball. She's doing extremely well.
She's keeping Derry in this contest
her,
so far.
Her and the crossbar.
Yeah, between the both of them.
Yeah.
They're keeping Limerick at bay at the moment. Thomasina with a kick out again, coming to the stand side, but again it's possession giveaway, but it wasn't intercepted on this occasion. It's picked up by Anna Martin, plays it inside now to Niamh Hannon. Hannon offloads it to Joanne Corr, now in the hands of Eva McGlone. Quick hands from Derry. Nuala Brown now in a little bit of space, has got outside support if she needs it from Joanne Corr again. Corr drives it along looking for Annie Crozier, but it could be dealt with by the Limerick defence here. No, it breaks out to Annie Young. Young bends it back, gathers possession, plays it back here now to Nuala Brown. Nuala Brown tries to jinx past the Limerick rear guard, couldn't do so, but there's a nice little dinky pass in to Annie Crozier, half blocked down, and Limerick turn it over yet again.
And I know Derry like to play a short game, Alan, but I think maybe they should start using the long ball a wee bit better and use a bit of the width of the pitch. There's a lot of concentration in the middle of the park.
They just don't have the bodies up there. I think that's more what it is. They're all back in defence, and it's trying to move it from defence to attack. But that's good play there from Limerick, and they might be in here for the opening goal of the game, or they're going for a goal. No, they're going to take that point, but it goes to the wrong side. And wide, a fourth wide for Limerick. It means 3 points to 1 after 19 and a half minutes here in Owenbeg.
I think I would have went for a goal there. She was wide open.
She could have carried it in a little bit
Could,
further.
yeah. I don't think she realised how much space she had.
So the kick out from Thomasina Cassidy again, the busier of the two goalkeepers. Goes through the centre, good distance in it again, and Orla McCluskey managed to get a hand to it again, but that girl again, Deborah Murphy, picks it up, and Murphy with a dangerous ball in, but Thomasina off her goal, does very well and wins a free out.
Well done.
Good goalkeeping again from Thomasina Cassidy. Has been secure so far in the Derry net. And with this free, she gives possession away again. It's a distribution, unfortunately, for Thomasina has been poor. Now she could be under pressure. Quick hands again from Limerick, and this could be a goal. It is a goal. And after making a wonderful save, Thomasina gifts Limerick the opening goal. I'm waiting for the girl to turn around to see who it is that has popped the goal for Limerick. 1-3 to a point. And I'm just waiting for her to turn around.
Kathy Mee?
No, it wasn't me. It's the girl in the white Under Armour that's turning around. And it is that girl, the hero last week, Iris Kennelly, with the goal. 2-2 last week. She's a goal to her name already. And unfortunately, it's a gift.
Yeah, Thomasina had done so well.
It's just her distribution with the short kick out. I think she should go long all the time.
Yeah, I think so, because she's got the length. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So 21 minutes gone. And will that kill off the Derry challenge, that goal? Or is there a response in them? And scores have been few and far between for Derry so far. Annie Crozier in possession now, but again her effort in is half blocked down.
There's so many green bodies in there, Alan. They're looks as if they have two sweepers back every time Derry are in possession of the ball.
And the goal scorer in possession
so quickly,
now. Kennelly lays it off, and Limerick you talked about using the width of the pitch.
They definitely use it, yeah.
Limerick do exactly that. Roisin Ambrose in possession. Spreads it away over here, over the head of Annie Ní Loughlin for the run there of Coughlin. Leah Coughlin it was. And again, Deborah.
They're very patient as well, though. I know they come at speed, but they're very patient on the ball as well. Their decision making is excellent.
Deborah Murphy coming driving forward yet again. Long fist pass inside. And that's well cut out.
Great interception.
Leah Casey back there.
Well done.
The Derry captain wins a free out, but good interception from the Steelstown girl. So Leah plays it across her own area, but thankfully into the waiting arms there of her fellow club, our teammate, which was Niamh Hannon. Now with Nuala Brown, was she fouled after she released the ball? Referee says no. So picking this one up all the time of the day is Maeve McNamara, and plays it inside to Leah Coughlin. Coughlin fisted into the centre of the field to Ambrose.
Because they're using the width of the pitch, it looks as if there's a lot of free players on the.
That's another
on the Limerick
superb
side.
pass
Look at that.
inside
Yeah.
to Karen O'Leary. O'Leary with the chance for a second goal here, but she fisted across. That's a terrible decision from Karen O'Leary. She was in on goal herself.
I think I would have fisted it over the bar again.
Well, the goal was on.
Yeah.
What she did do of it when you're in that
She
position.
didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's just decision making, I'm sure. The Limerick management, at times when they've been in there, it's just a couple of decisions. And that is another wide for Limerick, what should have been really a goal for Karen O'Leary.
They must have many wides have
And
they
I
got
can
now.
see the
Alan,
Limerick management, I
yeah.
think, are saying the same when you're in that position.
Yeah, fisted over, take the easy score.
Thomasina again putting her defence under pressure with the short kick out. And Limerick are cleaning them up all day long. And here is Lauren O'Reilly. Fisted inside again. That
Well
looked like a
done,
push
Leah.
in the back, was it? No, referee says
I
no.
think she hit the ball first.
A coming
Yep.
together of the two players. That's a good ball into the centre now.
But as you say, Alan, Thomasina should try and go long.
Yeah,
Definitely. She's got the
putting
length
her
in her
defence
kick.
under pressure straight
Yeah,
away.
Yeah. Just take a bit of pressure off them.
Aoife McLone back here now to Aoife Burman. Burman is fouled, or I think it was actually Aoife McLone that was fouled. The referee was
Yep.
playing the advantage. Aoife gives it back to Nuala Brown. Gathers possession. Comes forward, flicks it to the side there now to Anna Martin, but Derry, Aoife McLone just runs into space, and that's a good ball from McLone.
That's the kind of ball they need to be playing, Alan. Just to pull Limerick out a bit.
So Hannah Mullen driving forward, but that's not the best of balls from Hannah. And Limerick, that's a defender's ball all day long. And they come out and they gather position.
And they're running again.
Yep, they're moving on. It's that girl again, Deborah Murphy.
She's a super player to watch, Alan, isn't she?
She's one of those
Yeah.
half-backs where you're a half forward
Yeah.
and you just drive. That's a superb pass inside. Chance here for Kennelly again. Just
Well
didn't get a
watched.
strong enough flick. Well watched though from Thomasina.
Absolutely well
And
watched.
better distribution this time from Thomasina to pick out Anna Martin, who flicks it forward, but Orla McCluskey has to come and attack that one because Limerick were coming there to try and clean up if there was a mistake, but they didn't. Hannah Martin now in possession, but again this is where Derry, Aoife Burman in possession,
ball.
but there's few options for Burman ahead of herself, and it's intercepted again by Limerick. And coming forward is Katie Heelan. And that's the unfortunate bit for Derry. When they get up there, they've no options. And
Yeah.
here's a chance now for Roisin Ambrose. Ambrose, the Limerick captain, is made turn and come back out again. But she's got options. And one of those options is Katie Heelan. Heelan spreads it further out now to Cathy Mee. Mee has got a little bit of space. Coming to meet her is Leah Casey. Puts in the challenge to Casey, but Mee gets the effort away. And
Oh, that is a super score, and she's been quiet for the last 10 minutes.
it's a third point of the game for
Yeah.
Cathy Mee.
She was obviously having a wee cup of tea there, Alan, just decided to come back into the game.
26 minutes gone, 1-4 to a point in favour of Limerick. And again, the distribution from Thomasina is straight to a Limerick girl. And Limerick are in here again, but the pass didn't go to hand. But there's still a chance here. And there is a chance now and an opportunity for a second goal for Kennelly. But it's blocked and it's come back out here. And now is a dangerous one across. A chance here for another score. The effort high into the sky, but it's going out and wide. And really, Thomasina, she has to go long with these
Absolutely.
kick-outs.
Yeah, absolutely. Derry are under too much pressure here.
She's putting her defence under pressure.
Yeah, and you know their energy levels are going to drop quite quickly if this keeps up. So just need to get a breather for them. So yeah, send the ball along.
At least if you
But
lose
she
it,
need-
out,
she needs
if you lose it
options,
out
though.
around the middle, yeah. But if you lose it out around the middle, you're putting there's less chance of pressure,
Yeah,
which they've done now. But at least they've got the bodies back. But if you're putting your defence under pressure on the 20-metre line, you're under severe
right.
pressure straight away. So here they come again with Deborah Murphy. Murphy comes forward, jinks past the challenge of Leah Casey, but the referee says she charged at
Charging.
Casey. So it's going to be a free to Derry and Leah Casey. But
the charging
again,
call's an interesting call,
it is.
Alan, isn't it?
It's a
Yeah,
real it's a grey area at the moment.
it really is. Yeah, it's a lot of debate around it.
And I think managements and players is now starting to work on it.
Yeah.
And Derry put under pressure again here. Limerick, but they have
That's
worked
very-
their way out.
Very nice from Blahin.
Blahin Donnelly comes forward, flicked it out the side door. Not sure if Niamh Hannon was expecting it, but she has it. But this is where Derry, they don't have the options. And
There's lots of space.
Nuala Brown was caught late there, but the referee says to play on, and Anna Martin does exactly that, going back. And I think he's going to have a word here with Grace
This
Lee.
might be a card.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a card for a late challenge
deliberate,
on Nuala Brown. And it looks like it's going to be a sin bin here for Limerick with 27 minutes gone, and a yellow card for Grace Lee, so she will spend 10 minutes in the sin bin, so she'll see out the remainder of the half on the sin bin and the start of the second half.
Derry have space up on the left hand side here. Annie's keeps making these fabulous runs, but the players aren't seeing her, you know, so we need to maybe do a wee bit of that.
Just
forward,
I think she's looking at the flags, and possibly
there is a bit of wind, isn't there?
Yeah. Maybe we've been hard on some of the kickouts because the wind could be catching them. Here's Nuala Brown again, but there's two players around her, but the referee says she is pushed.
That's going to be a free again,
and he's just telling Cathy Mee exactly why it's a free.
I think
Derry moving it quickly here, but too quickly, says the referee. So
Nuala's been through the wars.
Last two challenges.
She's a hardy player, though. She'll get up.
Limerick moving it forward. A little bit of dissent there from Karen O'Leary, arguing over why that free was given. And the referee, Philip Conway, just...
That's an interesting non-verbal.
Too much talk from the Limerick players, and that's why it's moved forward. There's Nuala Brown gingerly back on her feet, but okay to continue. And Aoife McGlone.
I'm glad I'm not playing anymore, Alan. Lots of that going on.
Gives it back now to Nuala Brown.
There's Nuala back on her feet now.
Into the centre to Leah Casey. Got options out the far side. One of those is Niamh Hannon. Hannon toe to hand coming forward. Has got Leah Casey with her. Leah Casey comes around the back and then plays a superb pass over now to Hannah Mullen. Hannah Mullen into the corner to Anna Young. There's a Burman. Actually, it was Aoife Burman, apologies. And now it's into the corner to Anna Young, but that's a poor pass inside. And Derry have give ball.
It's hard that they can't get in. There's so many green jerseys in there, Alan.
And there's so few red and white jerseys in there because they're all back.
Yeah.
They're not getting the bodies forward.
Yeah.
They're going to have to find that in-between of getting your bodies back in defence as well as trying to get them forward.
Yeah.
But
so difficult when you're playing against a team that run at you at pace the way Limerick are doing.
But it is a somewhat depleted Derry side, it must be said. We said they had about 19 players tugged out this afternoon. A number of injuries. I suppose you don't want to risk them in the last league game. That really means very little for Derry.
Absolutely.
You want them for the championship.
Absolutely.
But here's a strong run here from the midfielder, and that's a good score. Wonderful score from Claire O'Mara. And that extends the Limerick lead out. Claire O'Mara with the point. So it's 1-5 to a point.
8 plays 1.
We're into additional time, whatever Philip Conway will add on at the opening half of this Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 4 encounter, and Thomasina goes short again, putting her players under pressure, but this time it's gathered by her player. But you could see straight away Limerick were up there trying to feed off any scraps, but Derry have dealt with this one better. But again, this is where the problems are for Derry, is that they don't have the options to hit. And now there's a chance here for Aoife Burman, but again she looks around, all she can see is green jerseys, and in there like a shot was Karen O'Leary. But you can see when a Derry player gets it, everywhere she turns there's a green jersey.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're so well drilled, super fit, this Limerick side.
They are at the moment, and here's Anna Martin under pressure. She doesn't have any support, has to play it away back now to Aoife McGlone. But again, Limerick are working their socks off while the Derry players aren't at the moment, and that's a half-time whistle. 1-5 to a point in favour of Limerick. The goal coming from last week's hero, Iris Kennelly. And it's 1-5 to a point here, Martina. Defensively, Derry have dealt pretty well. But as we have spoke through commentary, the problem is from the midfield up the other way.
Yeah,
they don't have the bodies up there.
Totally agree, Alan. I think Derry up for about first 15 minutes have been doing really, really well. I mean, they held Limerick to 2-1, 3-1. But I think Thomasina has kept them in the game quite a bit as well. But you're absolutely right. When they're coming out of defence with the ball, there are so many green jerseys ahead of them that it's really, really difficult for them to penetrate Limerick's forward line. So I think James and his team will have a chat with the girls this half. And I think, to be fair to Thomasina, I think the wind is playing a bit of a factor in terms of kickouts and stuff. So might play a different game in the second half. But yeah, I think the game is going as we thought it would go in terms of the scoreline. Limerick are very, very strong.
Yeah, very well drilled side.
Absolutely, very well drilled. But I think Derry are holding their own.
But Limerick doing what they have to do at the moment. They're on their way to the semi-finals of the Little Ladies National Football League Division 4. Half-time here. More from Martina and myself in the second half. Limerick lead 1-5 to a point at half-time.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
Welcome back for the second half of this Little Ladies National Football League, and not often we see both teams back on the field, but we're still waiting on the match officials. Obviously the cup of tea and the wheat and bread and the soup was too nice, Martina.
Oh my God, the soup and the wheat and bread. I'm coming back here every week.
Well, the referee and the officials must like
He
it.
must be still eating it. Yeah.
Both teams on the field waiting on our match officials, and to be honest, we're usually waiting on teams to re-emerge.
We
but
are.
This is a strange situation, but here comes Philip Conway and his match officials now raring to go for the second half, refueled and ready to go.
Couple of pound heavier. Oh,
You're well looked after when you come to Owenbeg, that's for sure.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I'm not sure if there's any changes to either side. I doubt if Derry have made many changes. They don't really have the personnel to make too many changes.
No, I think might be lined out the same way.
Yeah.
Alan, can I take this opportunity to say hello to Sheila, my friend from Limerick, who gave me some information on the Limerick side. So Sheila, if you're watching, I hope all's good.
Hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm sure you are at the moment, with Limerick leading by 1-5 to a point and on the way to another very important game in preparation for the championship, because when you have that extra games, it all but helps, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely.
It's surprising here, because I see Grace Lee has re-emerged, and I'm kind of surprised because I don't think the 10 minutes would be up yet.
No, I don't think so.
Because there was only 3 minutes of the opening half, and he only played about 2 additional minutes. So,
yeah.
But
I wonder, does he realise?
I'm surprised that she's back on the field.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Tara. I think that Tara's just spotted that.
I don't think she should be re-emerging as of yet. I make it that she may well have another 5 minutes at least of the sin bin time to go. So I think she's going in here to talk to Philip Conway, or was on the little earpiece to Philip. Number 7, I think, has been, Tara telling Grace Lee, I think, to make her way off again, that her time.
She'll not be happy.
And it looked like 3 umpires went to the 1 goal as well. So we're watching the other umpires. So a little mix up here to the start of the second half, but hopefully, finally, we will get underway. And now number 7 is making her way off on the far side of the field. So hopefully that is all the problems sorted out, and the second half is about to get underway. As I wasn't prepared myself. I didn't have me phone here ready to start the second half.
We'll tell the time by the sun, Alan.
Well, hopefully you
It's
can.
out again.
So Philip Conway can now get the second half underway. All the problems have been sorted, and we are underway here with Limerick 30 minutes
that's a
away from
lovely
the semi-final. Leah Casey took that one very well. Aoife McGlone beside her gives it back to Casey again. Casey further on out now to Nuala Brown with a little bit of space. A wicked bounce, so Nuala didn't take it first time, but takes it at the second attempt, and over to the far side now as Derry tries to prize an opening here, and there's a dangerous ball again across their own area, but the referee, they've got away with it. A little push in the back there on Orla McCluskey, who spreads it over to this side. It's a race for possession, won by Annie Crozier, put under severe pressure immediately. Further on up.
That's a nice pass.
It is a good pass into the corner, picked up there by Eve Diamond, who has come off the bench. And Annie Crozier, dangerous ball in, well gathered in there though. And Limerick, so Eve Diamond is in for Derry at the start of the second half, so we will try to see who has gone off. But Eve Diamond is in. The Moneymore girl is into the Derry side. And we'll add a little bit of life to the Derry forward line, you would feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's very positive for Derry. And
but here come Limerick.
Here they come again.
Still playing with 14 players, of course. Grace Lee still in the sin bin, but that's a good run from Cathy Mee. Mee put under pressure there by Hannah Mullen. As the Derry say that it was over carrying, but it's half blocked down, and they might be in here for Ambrose as she plays it across.
Soccer
the referee says it's a free out because the Derry hands were on going down for the ball. Leah Casey had bent her back as Ambrose.
Yeah, that would have been very harsh on Derry, I think, if that goal had went in instead.
It looked like Grace Mee had or Cathy Mee, had taken a lot of steps.
Yeah, so she's a big, strong player, though. It's
Thomasina Cassidy
hard to tackle her.
Just told to go back. And the referee just having a word here with Roisin Ambrose as to maybe why that free was given. And Thomasina just told to go back a little bit. Back, I think, inside the 13-metre line at least.
That one seems to be picking up again as well, Alan.
It's kind of favouring Derry.
Interesting to see how Thomasina's kick out's
gone short again, and it's intercepted by Ambrose. Roisin Ambrose got the hand in, lays it off now to Kennelly. Kennelly knows, ballooned that one straight up into the air, and the referee stops play. He's going back for a free. Obviously a late challenge there on Roisin Ambrose. So
Yeah,
it's a
I
free
didn't see
in.
that. That's
Free
from
in,
after the
but
ball.
Again, I don't understand why Derry's going short when the kick-outs.
No, I think
because they've been
they should definitely
intercepted.
test it. Yeah, I think you should test it long to see.
Because it's putting them under pressure straight away.
Yeah. See another couple of subs warming up there for Derry as well, for the forward line. So they've obviously noticed that they need a bit more strength and depth in there.
Because I know Thomasina, and I know she has got the distance to be hitting at least the 45-metre line with her kickouts. And if you lose the ball out there, there's less problems.
Yeah, that's it. You've further to travel.
Yeah. So, Deborah Murphy with this free, plays it in, and again, the movement. Back to Murphy,
Oh,
well
that's
blocked
a
down by
lovely-
Leah Casey, but
Yeah.
Murphy's the quickest to react, and that's the difference in the two teams. Limerick very much more alert, but that's a good pass out to the far side for Roisin Ambrose to run onto, bends her back, gathers possession, gives it back out here, and there's a change in the... Andrea O'Sullivan seems to be in for Limerick, plays it into the centre now to Claire O'Mara. O'Mara jinks past the challenge there of the Derry girl, and the referee spotted the push on the back. Annie Loughlin, I think it was.
It's a couple of times now that she has been fouled, and she makes very, positive penetrating runs. So, yeah, Derry just need to push her wide because they're get in for the tackle. They're getting called.
Deborah Murphy coming to take this free. Not sure that is exactly where the free was taken. I thought it was more towards
further out.
Yeah, but Deborah
Yeah, they got away
Murphy
with that.
has popped that one over the bar.
It's a 160 a point score. Derry needs to score here, Alan.
And interestingly, that's the first score we've had from a free, and it comes from Deborah Murphy at the start of the second half to extend the Limerick lead out to 1-6 to a point. This time she goes long, and Derry win it through Orla McCluskey, who shipped a high challenge there. And she toe pokes that one forward, but again that girl, Deborah Murphy, who has just about been everywhere.
Doing a lot of damage,
She
this
is.
young girl, yeah.
She's absolutely
She's everywhere.
fantastic. And she doesn't give possession away at all. Picks a player out on every occasion. Lauren Ryan flicks it forward now to Kathy Mee. 3 points to her name already as Kathy. And she comes forward here again, juggling with the possession herself, but gathers it, and she's got that little bust of pace again. And she plays a good ball in, but
that's
well
a lovely
intercepted.
interception. Lovely interception.
Not
Blahy
the first time Joanne Corr has done that this afternoon. Now can Derry move it faster? Here's a chance now for Leah Casey. Got the space. Leah Casey drives forward. Now Derry have a chance to move it here quickly. Eve Diamond makes a good run in behind, but she's not spotted. Leah Casey still goes. Eve Diamond's still going in there, and then they give possession away. But Eve Diamond does well to win it back for Derry. Plays it back out here. Annie Loughlin high up into the air from O'Loughlin, but this one's drifting out and wide of the target.
And
But I think
Leah can do that all day.
Leah should have given it longer.
Yeah.
Or give it earlier.
Quicker, yeah.
Eve Diamond had made a good run. The ball over the top, and Eve Diamond could well have been in.
Yeah.
But Leah, I think, carried it just a little bit too far. But better from Derry.
Absolutely better from Derry, yeah.
Here come Limerick again. But slips through the hands and picked up by that girl again, Joanne Corr. Good pass from Corr to Leah Casey. Has got options. One of those is Clodagh Moore, who is or Annie Nealock, or not Annie Crozier. I thought it was Clodagh Moore that had come off the bench, because she is listed as a substitute.
She is, yeah. She's coming on now. You can see her warming up there.
She's about to come in, but here's a chance now maybe for Eve Diamond. Diamond toe to hand, needs to get support. It's not there at the moment. She gets it back out here though to Anna Martin, but she turns around. All she sees is green jerseys, but there is a red and white one behind her, and that was Nuala Brown. Nuala Brown trying to go through, goes to ground under the challenge, drops possession, and Limerick pick up the loose ball.
Oh, I think that was a foul.
And the referee gives a free out.
That's unlucky for Derry. Now I think that was a harsh tackle. But Derry are definitely playing better, getting forward much better, Alan, I think, this half. But
so Derry make a change. Clodagh Moore, who I had mentioned, is coming in now. The Balliern girl, one of the up-and-coming stars, was very good underage player. Now getting the opportunity.
Player. Yeah, it's great to see her coming in at senior level.
At senior level, and I think it's Anna Young is the girl that is coming off.
Clodagh gets on the ball, she'll run at them.
And Anna Young is the girl that's coming off, and it could well be Aoife Burman was the other player that went off at half time for Derry. I'm looking around, I just don't see her out there at the moment, and maybe she's over on the far side. No, Yeah, it looks like it could well have been Aoife Berman was the player come off, and Grace Lee is prepared and ready to come back in for Limerick from her term in the sin bin. I think the next stoppage in play we will see her into the fray yet again. But Limerick, they haven't struggled without her at the moment. They've hit 2 points and she's
Not
been
at
in the
all.
sin bin. And
Doesn't
here
even
they come.
look as if they have
They're
14
coming
players.
forward yet again, and here's a chance now for the substitute. They might be in here for a goal. It's a strong run here, and it's a good save
It's a
again from
great save
Thomasina.
from Thomasina.
Super save. And if they're picking a goalkeeper of the week, I think it's going to be very hard to beat
She's
Thomasina.
definitely on the team. Yeah, she's the hardest
We
working
might have been
player.
a bit critical with some of her kickouts that she should be going long, but otherwise she's been absolutely superb.
Yeah, in terms of handling the ball, she's doing fabulously well. I just think Derry need to do something with Kathy Mee. I mean, she's absolutely destroying them off and on the ball. So
I
they
see
just
Ciara
I think they-
McGurk about to come in. So Ciara's been out injured, and this will be her, I think, could well be her first appearance of the league campaign. So
Yeah, I
that's a
think so.
good sign for Derry.
It is.
Like Ciara would be back. You know Ciara from Steelstown, of
I
course.
do
So
very, very well. Yeah, Ciara will bring a bit of
phenomenal
aggression.
footballer.
Yeah.
But here's this Deborah Brown, who's a phenomenal footballer. Plays it forward here. There might be an opportunity. I think that should be a sin bin, and I don't think
Yeah.
there was a challenge of any sort, only to pull her back there. So I think that could well be a yellow card for that foul on Karen O'Leary. The pace of O'Leary, but the referee may well just be a ticking. But
She gets away with that now.
yeah, but there's a chance for Deborah Murphy to come forward with the free, and Deborah sails that one between the posts for her second of the game and her second of the second half. So 1-7 whole point, 9 minutes into the second half. And Deborah Murphy, who has been superb for Limerick. And Thomasina going long, and that's what we talked about, the distance
Yeah,
that she does have. OK, Limerick won it, but there's less pressure on the Derry defence when the ball's hitting the 65-metre line.
Yeah, we
than
just
your
need to
20
get
metre
Derry
line.
players in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the
But that-
kickouts, the movement isn't great.
But here come Limerick yet again with Roisin Ambrose into the centre now to Claire O'Mara. O'Mara put under pressure though, and the referee says
that's
that's
better
that charging
defending from
shoulder,
Derry.
the
Yeah.
shoulder in. And here comes Ciara McGurk for Derry, warming up, just going through the last little bit of a warm up before she's introduced. And Derry try to work their way out of defence, and the pass forward now to Annie Nealochlin, inside now to Clodagh Moore. Moore looks ahead of herself. Yes, there's no options, but hopefully Derry will try and get the bodies forward. One of those is Aoife McGlone. McGlone gathers possession, looks to get the support. The support comes from Hannah.
Limerick
not
are
Hannah,
so
Hannah,
good
Niamh-
at,
Niamh
so
Hannah,
good
but
at defending.
well blocked down from Limerick again.
But
coming
again,
forward.
Alan, 2 players around the Derry player every single time.
Well read by Blaine Donnelly, and wasn't the best of passes, but Orla McCluskey made
But she
sure
did
that
well.
Derry held possession.
She did
Now there's
well
a
there.
chance here for Steenson into Orla McCluskey. Could well have just flicked it back to Steenson. She's fouled though.
Alan, Derry are doing themselves no favours in terms of their hand passing. I mean, they're hand passing very high and putting their
Yeah.
players under pressure. So nice straight passing.
Here's a good run here from Derry, but as I say that,
2-man tackle again.
they've give
It's-
possession. The tug on the arm as she tried to release the ball. So it's a free in. And Leah Casey's in all space away over on the far side, but now she's been spotted. And Grace Lee, who is still not back in the field. I don't understand that, because we've played
Yeah, it's
almost
more than
11
10
minutes in the
minutes now.
second half. Surely she should be back in the field at this stage.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there now.
But here come Derry yet again. That's the longest 10 minutes in been I've seen, because we haven't had any stoppages in the second half. So we've played 11 minutes. She had already spent 5 minutes of the first half. So it's a 15 minutes in bin for poor Grace Lee. We talked that she was back too quick. Now she's not back when she should be back. But here
Must be
come
taking
Derry.
Sometimes for everybody.
Joanne Corbett
Oh,
again.
that's a lovely, lovely tackle.
Limerick get their hand in to win possession back. It was almost behind Maeve McMara, but she held on to it there. And jinking out of defence there is Leah Coughlin. Lays it off to Deborah Murphy again. Now coming from deep is Karen O'Leary, who has been superb and has got the pace. O'Leary gets it back again. Another tug of the arm of O'Leary. Waits for the support, but a good hand in there. But Kathy Mee wins it still. And here comes, and this will be a superb score, but the expression
Good
of the
pressure
girl
from
that kicked it
Derry, yeah.
will tell you that that one's gone. And in comes Ciara McGurk, and surely Grace Lee. And she doesn't understand why she's not back on the field, to be honest.
Yeah.
But here comes Ciara McGurk.
Now, if you were the Limerick manager,
Yeah,
now you
I
would.
think it's
you
the
would
management should be
contesting-
questioning it.
Yeah, you'd be definitely contesting that. And it's a wonder she's not the players not jumping up and down.
She is. She doesn't understand it, I don't think.
Yeah.
She's been 16, almost 17 minutes in the sin bin at this stage. Thomasina goes long again.
It's Nuala been taken off. Wonder did she?
Nuala
Has she an
Brown,
injury? Yeah.
But here's a bit of space now for
That's
Derry
Clodagh
to
on
come
a
forward.
run.
Yep, Clodagh Moore coming forward. But Solo just let her down as she got inside the 45. But this is where the problem is. There's absolutely no support for her, and she gives possession away. And coming out with it is Claire
And that's
O'Mara.
that's who you don't want to give the ball to.
Plays it forward now. A chance here for Andrea O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan comes forward, got Kate O'Leary, but the referee says it's over carrying. And surely Grace Lee has to come back on. But I don't understand. The Limerick management should be up with the line
they
for it.
should be
And
up
now
and there
Grace
she's
Lee,
back on. Yeah.
almost
How
18
many?
minutes in the sin
18
bin.
minutes?
Yep.
That's interesting.
The longest sin bin in history, maybe 18 minutes of playing time.
That must
She
be
was in the sin bin.
That must be Owen Big, 10 minutes.
We said when she was coming on after 5 minutes at the start of the second half, it was wrong. She ended up doing 18 minutes in the sin bin.
They must have heard us.
But you would have to question the management. Why did they not?
Yeah, they did. I
Question
think
it.
they should have challenged it. Yeah, absolutely.
But Limerick didn't. Maybe they wanted to just try it out with 14 players for longer to see how they got on.
They're doing all right.
They are indeed. but
160 a score. I mean, that definitely doesn't reflect Derry's, passion and
no, but
Derry's work rate and stuff.
Derry's
but
problem has been scoring.
yeah.
And here comes Steenson, trying to work her way through. Dervla Steenson still going, but put under pressure, needs to get support, but that is where Derry's are in trouble. Leah Casey shrugs off the challenge there, coming forward. Could almost, I was going to say, could be blue for carrying there, but she's still going as Casey gives it back out.
I think any team would struggle today against Limerick. I mean, they're
well organised.
Oh, they're so well organised, and the way they tackle and the way they hunt in twos and threes is.
This is a good move here from Derry. Anna Martin might get the effort, half blocked down, but it might work out here. Almost in there.
That's hard luck.
Was Annie Crozier, but I think that's going to be a 45. Yeah. 45 to Derry. But they're putting on a little bit of pressure here. Limerick make a change. Coming in is Kiva McGrath from the Father Casey's club. So Kiva McGrath in for Limerick. The Limerick management. Graham Shine, the manager, along with Kevin Boyle. Tim Kennelly's in there as well. And Sean Keeley.
Very low scoring game. Alan, I thought it might have been.
Yeah, but I think it's more Derry are very defensively and very solid in defence, and they've done pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously Thomasina's kept them in the game quite a bit as well in terms of her.
Here's Deborah Murphy driving forward yet again.
She's a beautiful player to watch, isn't she?
She really is.
She's
a superb pass over to the substitute there, which was Kiva McGrath. And here goes the other substitute that come on, Andrea O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan driving forward here, put under pressure from Hannah Mullen, but O'Sullivan shrugs off the challenge.
Yeah,
legally so, says the referee.
Great defending.
It was Hannah Mullen, apologies, from the Dungiven club, just down the road. Did very well indeed. And it's a free out to Derry. But I suppose between now and championship time, although when you take out the players and that they are missing, if they can get them back, it's then obviously defensively Derry are strong.
Yeah.
It's now turning defence to attack.
Yeah.
Is where James and his management team have to see where they're going to get scores.
Yeah, and you need your full squad out to do that. And you need to be practicing that and in training and stuff. So I think they'll take a lot of lessons from today in terms of how they do that going forward. But
1 point is a poor return.
Yeah.
So 1-6 to a point, or 1-7 to a point. I have it. 1-6 the scoreboard.
Yeah. I think you have to credit Limerick for a lot of that though, Alan. I mean, defensively they are
they are solid.
They are as super as they are going forward. So yeah.
Sarah Dillon from Palace Green has been replaced, and I think it was number 23 went in there. Fiona Bradshaw is a player that has gone in for Limerick. Again, Thomasina.
Yeah, that's a great press Limerick employ as well, isn't it?
Orla McCluskey. McCluskey, his pass is intercepted again, and it's picked up by Karen O'Leary, apologies. Karen back out now to Kennelly, who's hit the only goal of the game. so far, Iris Kennelly. Now to Deborah Murphy,
Oh, my
who's really a
Lord,
superb
beautiful
footballer.
player.
Kennelly takes the return. Murphy roars to get the ball back again, but
And
not
look
on
at the
this
space.
occasion.
Yeah.
I'll say it was going to be intercepted. It is now by Leah Casey.
They don't make
Casey
too many
comes
mistakes,
forward,
Alan,
but
do they?
Casey solo let her down. But she did well to win it back again. Did Leah Casey? Gathers
Oh, that's
possession, is
foul.
fouled in the centre of the field. So a free two.
I think that's a
For
tick as
Derry.
well. Yeah.
And Derry getting stuck in a little bit more.
Yeah,
but
it's good to see. Good to see.
At the moment, it's now trying to find and get the bodies forward. In
Yeah.
fairness to Limerick, they've got lots of bodies back in defence whenever Derry do attack.
Yeah. And if you listen to them communicating as well, each of them knows where every player is on the pitch.
Well, they have a mission this
Yeah, they're
year,
so-
and I'm
so
sure
disciplined,
their
yeah.
mission is to try and get out of Division 4, and their mission is to win the junior championship later in the year, Limerick. While Derry, it's probably progression and try and get up to the level where Limerick are
Yeah.
at the moment.
Watching Limerick today, Alan, I think they're definitely a Division 3 team.
They look it, but
Yeah.
then you'd be looking at Wicklow and Leitrim. We'll be thinking the exact
Same
same.
thing.
And Antrim. Antrim was another team that will be
Yeah, I think this is a
determined
good
to get
outfit,
out
though.
of Division 4.
There's Kathy Mee coming off. That's an interesting
Yeah,
substitution.
but I think it's just to kind of give them players a run at this stage because they know the job is done.
Yeah.
So Kathy Mee has been replaced. I'm not just sure who is the player that actually went in there, but Derry again putting themselves under pressure with poor passing, and they're Limerick forcing the mistakes. So
I
it
think
must be
I
said.
think it's a bit of that now, definitely. But
There's a ball over now to Hannah Mullen.
and sometimes when you're
Hannah Mullen into the corner looking for Annie Neil-Loughlin, who really hasn't got into the contest as of yet,
No, I
has
think
Annie. And
she's
Limerick,
been marshalled.
yeah, Limerick clear up that ball and come out of defence yet again to the Limerick girls who have the long journey back home. They've about 11 more minutes of football and then it'll be dusted down, cleaned up, back on the bus, heading back to Limerick and ready for a National League semi-final in a couple of weeks' time for them, where they will be facing either the second or top team. So depending, of course,
On the other results
on
today.
the other result this afternoon. Actually, I think a win confirms top spot for
For Limerick.
Limerick. Actually, yeah, it does because it won't, because if Leitrim win, Leitrim can finish top because of scoring difference. But here's a chance now for Kennelly. Irish Kennelly racing in on goal. A chance for a second goal is Kennelly. Oh, what a finish!
Oh, what a goal!
What a finish from Iris Kennelly.
I
Hero
thought she
last
was
week.
Wow.
2 goals to her name this afternoon.
I thought she was going to go left. Oh, wow. What a score.
Super finish. Her
There's
second goal of the game.
No way
2-7.
Thomasina was getting that one.
Right in the top corner from Iris Kennelly. The hero last week against Leitrim, 2-2 off the bench. She started this afternoon and she's 2 goals to her name already.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous goal.
So Limerick on their way to a National League semi-final, as I said, depending on result later on from Wicklow on who will top the group. If Leitrim win, they will top the group, and if it's any other result, Limerick will top the group. And I think it's almost certain Antrim are topping the Group A. So it's just a little hold up here, whatever it was. But
Look how high the
I think
Limerick press.
could well have been the scoreboard, possibly. I have a 2-7 to a point in favour of Limerick,
And
and
they're
here
coming
come
again,
again.
Alan.
And there's a strong little dinky run here from Katie Heelan.
That's too
Heelan
long.
inside now. And here's a chance. Kennelly lays it off.
Again?
It might be another wonderful
Oh,
save again from
wonderful save.
Thomasina. Absolutely superb from the Derry custodian,
She
Thomasina
has
Cassidy.
no fear at all, Alan, has she?
She's
She
been
just
superb.
throws her body on the line.
Now can Derry turn that into attack? Clodagh Moore. This is better from Derry.
Better.
Moving it a bit quicker here. Chance now. Clodagh Moore takes the return again. But again, look at the Limerick
it's a
bodies
beautiful
getting back in
pass,
defence.
Clodagh.
But here's a chance now for Annie Crozier. Crozier, has she got a body inside? That lets charging. That's going to be a free out.
Oh, that is a free out. That's
But
very
how quick
unfortunate.
Limerick could get the bodies back into defence as Derry tried to move it a bit quicker there, and that was better from Derry at moving it
Absolutely,
quicker.
yeah.
But again, credit to Limerick, they got the bodies back into defence, and Limerick are making a change. In comes number 28, Laura Walsh, and the player coming off on this occasion is Claire O'Mara, the midfielder. So Limerick doing what they had to do this afternoon here in Ownbeg
And Claire O'Mara had a solid game, as usual, in the middle of the park there. She's a fabulous player for them.
As Annie Neil-Loughlin tried to intercept that pass, and the referee says it's going to be a free in to Derry. As the Limerick girl threw the ball up into the air and then caught it, and this ball is going to be moved forward into a scoreable position. And maybe a chance for Derry.
Yeah, I think you would go for it here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just get a score on the board. And
just fire the bodies.
Could well be another yellow card here for Limerick. It is for the midfielder and team captain Roisin Ambrose, and I think that could well be for a little bit of moving.
That's not her. That's her finish for today then.
Yep, we're inside the last 7.5 minutes, but we could have a number of injury time. But given what we had for the first sin bin of 18 minutes, we could well not see
17's come on as well.
Yeah, another change for Limerick.
Anna O'Day.
Anna O'Day is coming in, and a chance here. Eve Diamond. That's a superb
that's a beautiful score. Beautiful score, Derry.
Superb kick from Eve Diamond for Derry's second point of the day.
Well, that's deserved now, because they've definitely been working hard in the second half. And when they move the ball through the hands quickly like that,
they're better.
Alan, they're far, far better.
But they
just
need
to be doing more.
They're lacking that scoring power. And that's a throw ball, says the referee.
That's a couple of times now Limerick have been caught out with that. I think
this one will be moved forward too.
Yeah.
No, it's not on this occasion. Dervla Stevenson leaves it there for Anna. Aoife McGlone, apologies, but here come Derry, and this is better from Derry. Eve Diamond coming through again.
Beautiful.
Diamond with the effort, and Diamond with a point.
Oh, that's a beautiful score.
That's better from Derry, moving it quicker.
On the outside of her boot, wow.
Much better from Derry when they move it quicker, Martina. They're kind of slow.
Their tails are up now.
But here come Limerick, who have been moving it quick from the very first minute. And that's why they lead by 2-7 to 3 points. As they come forward yet again. It's a super pass out into space.
They're great at spreading the ball wide.
They're moving it quick. Here's Deborah Murphy, who's got pace to burn, plays it inside. One of the substitutes coming forward, lays it off now to Iris Kennelly. 2 goals to her name. Can she add a point? Not on this occasion.
Very big glad of that. she's torturing them.
6 minutes remain here at a sunny Ownbeg. 2-7 to Limerick. 3 points to Derry.
Send it long.
Thomasina goes long.
Lovely.
Almost superbly taken down by Annie Neil-Loughlin. But in there for the loose ball is Maeve McMara. Lays it off now to the substitute, which is Laura Stack.
Wide again.
Oh, she couldn't take it and in like a shot, but she done well, did the Limerick girl. But
oh dear. Limerick are not happy.
No, not happy with that one.
Not happy with the soccer style.
Leah Casey spreads it away over here, but a straight to a Limerick girl. Picked up by Anna O'Day. Limerick coming forward again with Andrea O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan takes it one-handed, superbly. And the referee says
great defending. Well done,
charging
Derry.
from O'Sullivan. Taken quickly by Derry. Too quickly, says the referee. It's going back. But in fairness, it's better to see Derry trying to take frees quickly, trying to move it quicker.
Absolutely,
that's what they have to do.
Yeah, definitely. And with only 5 minutes to go, they're just going to have to go for it here.
It's a pity we had to wait 50 minutes to see them moving it quicker.
Yeah, they definitely got their tails up now and showing a bit more aggression.
Because
and
they were getting reward by moving it quicker, but they've been too slow for too long of periods.
I think that the subs have made a big impact for Derry in this half now, for definite.
And then I suppose you
can
say
scores.
Limerick have changed the number of their personnel as well.
Yeah.
And 2 players challenging, says the referee.
Referee.
And the ball is going to be moved forward. He's going to have a word here with Andrea O'Sullivan, maybe more than a word. Limerick could well be seeing a 3rd player sent to the sin bin. Andrea O'Sullivan looks like she's going to be flashed a yellow card. And Limerick, a 3rd player sent to the sin bin, Andrea O'Sullivan. So
I actually
Limerick,
think that was a wee bit harsh, but anyway.
I think it's more mouthing from them.
No, she kicked the ball away.
Oh,
yeah.
was that? Okay.
Although I always thought that was a tick, but anyway, there you go.
Maybe it was a continuous, because she did give the free away before that as well, so it could be a combination of ticks. But here comes Clodagh Moore, jinks her way through, couldn't take possession though.
That's a foul,
and it's a free in.
Well done. Clodough's done well since she come on.
So a chance here for Eve Diamond, who has come off the bench at half-time. She has hit 2 points already to her name, 1 from a free, 1 from play. And the Moneymore girl will fancy her chances to hit over a 3rd point, and this would be 3 in a row for Derry.
I would have a go trying to go for goal here. You might as well. Nothing to lose.
I think she's going to try her free-taking skills and go for the point here, does Eve, as she comes forward. Hits it very well.
Oh,
does
that's
Eve, and that's curled in
beautiful.
superbly.
Oh my God, that is just gorgeous to watch. That's 3 beautiful points Eve has hit.
27 minutes gone in the second half. It's 3 in a row for Derry, 3 in a row for the Moneymore girl, Eve Diamond, to reduce the deficit to 2-7 to 4 points.
Derry are pressing now as well, Alan, have you noticed?
And
Pressing up.
Limerick make a number of changes here. 21 is in, Kate Kennedy, and number 24, Amy Curtin, is also in to the Limerick side. Short kick out from Limerick. Sophie Hennessy takes the return, toe to hand. 2-7 to 4 points in favour of Limerick with 27.5 minutes gone in the second half. Good play from Limerick. That's a high challenge.
Yeah, it's good aggression from Derry though. I think if they had pressed up much more
Earlier
often.
in the game,
yeah, I think it's working for them.
Will be a yellow card here for that high challenge. Aoife McLean is going to be the first Derry player to be sin bin. We probably haven't really seen a real dirty tackle, but yet we've seen 4 sin bins.
Yeah.
And Aoife McLean makes her way off for a sin bin. And that is her afternoon over. So Derry will finish with 14. Limerick already down to 13. They've had 3 players sin bin in all. And a foul there on the first one which was Grace Lee, is fouled.
Yeah, foul away out there. It's not doing any harm.
She spent almost 18 minutes playing time in the sin bin, did Grace Lee. Here's Deborah Murphy.
Must be a world record, Alan.
Over, and a chance here for Laura Stack. Laura Stack with the effort coming in. She looks disgruntled with that one. And as that one sails out and wide, and Derry, Nuala Brown back into the fray, also making a change as the goalkeeper. And Ellie Conway comes into the nets, and back onto the fray comes Aoife Burman. So Derry making 3 changes, and Thomasina, she can hold her head high. She had a great afternoon.
She had a great afternoon, yeah.
The Derry custodian most definitely had a wonderful afternoon, and indeed the other girl coming off here I thought played very well was Niamh Hannon, who has come off as well.
I'm getting Thomasina down to coach our goalkeeper.
And Anna Martin coming off as well on the Derry side. Long kick out from Ellie, looking for Nuala Brown, who races after this one, wins the race against Grace Lee, and then is pushed to the ground.
Will is in the wars again.
And the referee is going to have a chat here to the Limerick girl, who has been booked already.
It's definitely got much more aggressive in the last 15 minutes, Alan, hasn't it? Yeah.
A second booking, followed by a red card. Grace Lee has been sent off, and I think that's very harsh.
Oh, that is harsh. Poor Grace is not having a good day. Oh.
She already had spent 18 minutes in the sin bin, and now she's been red carded. It's not a day that Grace Lee will want to remember.
It'll be a long journey home for Grace.
So she's been sent off for a second yellow card. So Limerick will finish with 12 players here in Owenbeg. Quick look at the watch. We're inside additional time. Derry have a free. They've hit the last 3 points in the game. Can they finish with another one?
You must finish for 12 or 11. You must finish the game, don't you? There's definitely a rule.
But I don't know if sin bins come into that, or is it players sent off. That's a superb pass inside. Yeah. Well taken by Dervla Steenston. Steenston trying to go forward, but that's great defending. Leah Coughlin did very well indeed, and wins herself a free out. Superb from Leah Coughlin.
And they've been doing that all day, Alan. They're very well drilled in terms of their tackling ability.
Yvonne Lee spreads the ball away over to the far side to Fiona Bradshaw.
There's a bit of
as Limerick come out of defence with possession up along the side, but Joanne Corr in there again like she has been all afternoon, and over to help her out is Aoife Burman, and the referee stops play. He's going to throw it up here, is he? Aoife Burman had possession.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why that's a
Limerick make another change. Joanne Foley from Adair is about to come in. I've got to say, Adair is a beautiful city, or a beautiful village. Not a city, but a beautiful village. Now, when I do see her coming on, maybe the Adair people think it is a city, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Plenty of times gone down through Adair.
I don't think I've ever been to Adair.
As they come forward, Derry looking for a strong finish here.
There's Leah on a run
Leah
again.
Casey going on a strong. It's a beautiful run here from Casey, but needs to get support. There's none there at the moment. She has to go with all her stuff. Maybe should have given it there because her clubmate Ciara McGurk had made the run past her. But again, it's wonderful defending from Limerick, and Leah Coughlin yet again is the girl that's there. And here's Deborah Murphy, who I could watch all day long, jinxing past players
she's a
and
good
coming
player.
out. And she gives those fantastic passes in front of the player to run onto. And here they come again, Limerick. Coming forward in possession, Laura Stack.
That's
Laura
good
Stack.
defending from Derry.
As she runs and is fouled, is Stack, so that's going to be a free to Limerick, and Laura Stack deserved that as she was taken to ground. So a free to Limerick. We've played 2 additional minutes at the end of this second half, with Limerick in control and booking their place in the semi-finals. So it's all eyes now on who will join them in the semi-finals from Group B. Will it be Wicklow or will it be Leitrim? That game due to throw in at 3:30. So all eyes will be on that one now. Limerick have done what they had to do. They've booked their place. They've came through the campaign so far unbeaten, and the referee blows for overcarrying.
Alan, although they've had a couple of scores in the second half and Derry have a couple of scores, so in terms of scores...
1-2 to 3 points in the second half in favour of Limerick.
So they've had the same amount of scores, it just happens to be a goal. So Derry have done better in the second half, to be fair to them.
And what a beautiful goal it was too, in fairness. It was a clinker.
Gorgeous goal, yeah.
An absolute clinker from Iris Kennedy.
Nobody's saving that one.
Orla McCluskey under pressure here. Does well to hold possession. Gives it off to Leah Casey. Casey going on one of those runs again. Drives it forward here. Looking for her teammate, which was, I think, Eve Diamond it was. Took a heavy knock. The referee says it's a free.
Yeah.
So Leah Casey
I'm not so sure
takes
in
the
some
free
of those
quickly,
tackles.
but the referee stops play again as Derry tried to move that ball quickly. And he's going to have a word here. He's not going to sin bin yet again. He's already sent 4 players to the sin bin.
I think
Are we going to have another one?
Oh, he's ticked
No.
her.
Well, surely he should let Derry move the ball on. When they did take the free quickly, he should let them go. Over to Ciara McGurk. He hasn't really got into it, but only coming back from injury is Ciara.
Yeah,
The referee plays the advantage as Lee Casey was pulled back there. Joanne Corr comes up to try and get involved here. Gives it out now to Nuala Brown. Nuala Brown going to have a go, but that one's not going to have the legs and it doesn't have the direction. So that could be that for this afternoon. As we've played 4 additional minutes, and I think that
Press up, Derry,
will
press
be
up.
that. And that is that. It's Limerick who have booked their place in the Lidl Ladies National Football League semi-finals. They've done what they've had to do. They've came through the campaign unbeaten. 3 wins and 1 draw. For Derry, it's 1 win from 4. They now turn their attentions to the Ulster Junior Championship and the All-Ireland Series. But for Limerick, they've another game and maybe another 2 in the league, and they look a good outfit, Martina.
Oh, they're a super outfit. Super outfit. So well drilled. Some fantastic individual players. But for me, the strength of Limerick today has been the way they've worked as a team, the way they've tackled and pressed. Their work rate was phenomenal. And going forward, I mean, they've some fantastic players, but the way they tackled in 2s and 3s is just was a joy to watch and put Derry under so much pressure. To be fair to Derry, they had a far better second half, and I think they stood up to Limerick a wee bit more. But you just the strength and depth was noticeably missing there today. But fair play to the Derry players.
Obviously,
that
the
are
difference in the second half, Martina, Derry began to move it a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Obviously, then Limerick made a lot of personnel changes throughout that second half. They were making substitutes. That's obviously going to disrupt the team.
Yes.
They also had sin bins in there. That will probably disappoint the management. They had 3 players sin bin the end, and then 1 red carded at the end. They ended with 12 players. On another day, that could prove costly, so that's probably something that will disappoint them.
Yes, I totally agree, and I think if you were the manager of Limerick, despite, I mean, we're watching it from on high, but if you were the Limerick manager and seeing that, if they come up against Wicklow or Leitrim or the Antrim team, that mean they are going to get punished, and they will take a lot of lessons from here today, and probably have a stern talk about their discipline in relation to that. So,
but it's all a learning curve. And they've done what they've had to do. 3 wins and a draw, and that's again, like you're thinking, Wicklow the beat are an intermediate side. Leitrim are an intermediate side. They got a point there, so they're building nicely.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and what I like about them is that they're extremely fit and extremely aggressive. But if you come up against a side that are on par with you, you know, at the end of the day, it's your discipline and the opportunities that you take that will make the difference. And Derry didn't take their opportunities today.
Obviously, we were going to see Limerick later in the National League again. They're into the semi-finals. For Derry, it's a break now. It's the Ulster Championship. Obviously, James McGurk, he's got to look at players. he hasn't got to look at every player. Unfortunately, they haven't all been available to him. That has probably disappointed him. He hasn't had the opportunity to probably field his strongest team in the league. What will he have taken out of the league, though, when he hasn't had that opportunity to see everybody and combine everybody? The next couple of weeks and months is going to be vital, that he gets everyone together, everyone working hard in training and building for the championship.
Yeah, I think James, and I think he's doing a good job in relation to this, is, you know, building a nice team camaraderie, building a culture within Derry that, you know, you come out and you play for your county because you're proud to do so. You know, up until this point, he hasn't had, as you say, all the players out, but you know, championship is a different campaign. You know, people will want to play in championship football, and I think it's just about trying to communicate that message to all the available players. But listen, if players aren't coming out, then you look to your minor players. So we've lots of talent at minor level as well. I'm sure some of the Limerick teams here have got minor players on it. So you know, you have to go with what you have and just build what you have, and that's what James is doing. And you know, speaking to a few of the players, I mean, there's a great buzz around the squad. So you just have to keep building that and hoping they will come.
Yep. Well, Martina, thank you very much indeed for joining me. To Paddy on camera, thank you. He took you to the pictures here from the beautiful Owen Begg. And for Yvonne back at base, thank you from all at AV Mac. Myself, Alan Gunn, and Martina on commentary. Thank you very much for joining us. And for LGFA, the final score here from Owen Begg in the Little Ladies National Football League Division 4 Group B. It's finished in victory for Limerick, who are on the way to the semi-finals. Limerick 2-7, Derry 4 points.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.